Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl, Discovering Shari. Before we get into the video, make sure if you haven't done so that you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now. All right, so in today's video, I am going to be unboxing my favorite wine from a small winery here in North Carolina called Hinnant. All right, so let's get into this unboxing. So let me go ahead and start cutting this bad boy open. So as I'm cutting this open, I just want you guys to know that I ordered a half a case of wine because of course we're still in quarantine, and I only can get this wine when I go see my family down east. And so this winery is in Pine Level, North Carolina. It's about 15 minutes from Goldsboro and probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from Wilmington. But it's a very small winery, but they have wines, I know at least in all of the local grocery stores here in North Carolina. However, the ones that I love the most, of course, you can only get at the winery. So, since I couldn't go there, I decided to order it. So funny thing enough, I grew up, of course, going down east every summer, and of course, wine and alcohol was not something that I partaked in or knew of that much even as a child. However, some of our friends introduced us, actually some of our friends in Greensboro introduced us to this wine. And since then, every time I go see my family on the way back, I always stop and get a half a case. This video is not sponsored. I just love the wine. And if you get a half a case of wine, you do get 10% off your order. And because I ordered this in April, I got free shipping. So I'll let you guys know in the description box if there's any more specials that I see, so that you can get it. All right, so I believe I ordered 2 reds and 4 whites. So let's go ahead and go through it. And I'm gonna kind of give you an overview of each of the wines, whether it's sweet, whether it's dry, and all of that. So let's get into it. I like how they have it packaged to make sure that it does not break, which is really good. I was so afraid that the wine was gonna come broken and it was just gonna be everywhere. All right, so I'm just gonna start pulling them. And I think I lied. I got 3 reds and 3 whites. So the first one that I have here is the Magnolia. So this one is one of their regular wines. I believe that you might be able to find one similar to this in the store. It's made with the muscadine grape. All the wines, for the most part, are made with the muscadine grape. And that is something that is, especially here in North Carolina, I believe might only be here in North Carolina, but don't quote me on that. This is a sweet wine, but it's not too sweet. But if you're liking a wine that's on the sweeter side, this is the one that you should pick. I actually have another one here. So you have your Magnolia, and the last time I went to go see my family, I actually got the Moondance Magnolia, and it's pretty much the same thing, but this is a part of their art series. I actually had artists come in and they actually drew the different labels on the different wines, and I really love supporting their art series. But the first one I have is this white. So let's get to the next one. The next one I have is the Noble, and I have to say this has become one of me and Sam's favorites. So the Noble is a semi-dry red wine, and it is perfect because since it's semi-dry, it's not too tart, but it has a hint of sweetness to it, but for us, it's just right. And as you start to get into different wines, you realize that you don't really want super sweet wine all the time. So I love this one, and I actually ordered 2 of these. This one is the Southern Red, and it's a semi-sweet red wine. And I just saw this one. I wanted to get another red wine, so I'm excited to try this one. So here is my other Noble that I ordered. And the last two that I have, they are my favorites from this winery. And it is the Carlos. These are semi-dry white muscadine wines. And I'm gonna tell you a funny story about the Carlos. So the first time we ever went to the winery itself, we actually did a wine tasting. Again, went down to see my family. This is when my grandmother was still with us. We went to go visit her. And on the way back, we decided, hey, we're gonna stop at this winery and we're just gonna do a wine tasting. It was actually our first ever wine tasting. And as we were doing it, there were other people that were wine tasting with us, but they kind of trickled off and we kind of stayed and we were talking to, I forget the guy's name, but we were talking to the person that was serving us the wine. And as we were tasting all, I think it was 6 or 7 different wines, he leaned over to us. He was like, hey, you guys seem really nice and I can tell you're very interested. I'm gonna let you try one more on me. And it was the Carlos. And I fell in love. So every time I go to a winery, I always have to get some of the Carlos. But that is it. That is me unboxing my wines. I think I have enough for at least a little while here while we're in quarantine. If you're in Eastern Carolina or you're just driving through, it's right off of 70. It's called Hinnant, and it is my favorite winery. So the other North Carolina wineries that I want to mention really quickly that I really like are Dublin, Childress, and Cabo. Dublin is right outside of Wilmington. Childress is right outside of Greensboro, Lexington. And Cabo is right here in the Charlotte area. It's in Concord. So if you're downtown Charlotte, it will only take you about 20 minutes to get there. And they have this great red wine. That is another one of my favorites. But thank you for watching this video. Make sure again, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I upload a video every Monday at 9 a.m. Have a great one. Bye.